I do have a lot of ideas for how to reshape our staff.
Tell me, because I'm running out of patience.
So first off, let's start with defensive coordinator. There's a lot of really good candidates out there. A matter of fact, there's one candidate that comes to my mind, and it'd be a bold hire, but you believe in boldness, right? I learned a long time ago from Larry Karras that...
I know. He never shuts up about Karras.
That
Unbelievable.
if you can't beat him...
I should just hire Coach Flynn. I know. I agree.
If you can't beat him, join him. And you know what? Look at the coaches who give you challenges and take their ideas. Well, every time we play the Dallas Cowboys, I am so impressed with Al Harris. And you remember Al Harris from his time here. He's a former Eagle.
Yeah.
His expertise, it's in the defensive backfield. We can use some help there, but I believe in turnovers. Turnover differential is one of the two metrics that I look at the most. And man,
we established you're a simpleton.
Respectfully, I don't appreciate that. As I grew up in education. My father is a teacher. My mother's a teacher. Teaching everyone in the Sirianni family has married teachers. We believe so much in that. I went to Mount Union and I studied education. I believe in always getting smarter. Now, I'm not a big reader, okay, but I love watching documentaries. A matter of fact, I was watching this documentary the other day when I was killing time in my hotel room in Tampa leading up to the game. It was about the Fab Five, and I learned a lot from their story. I have great respect for the Fab Five, and I just want to say, when I was watching it, I received texts from a bunch of guys who consider me instrumental in their career, whether it was Keenan Allen, whether it was Philip Rivers. I can keep going here because I really believe in connection with my players. But Al Harris is someone, he doesn't have coordinator experience. And so if we want to be bold, I like, Al Harris has learned under Dan Quinn in recent years. He was in Green Bay for a long time. He was in Kansas City under Andy Reid. He played in Green Bay. He understands the Philadelphia market. He was here for those great Jim Johnson defenses. He can meld a lot of these different concepts together, and I'm fascinated by Al Harris. Do
you know Al?
Do I know Al? We chat after games, but from what I understand, Howie's the one he's thing all these agents, he's calling all these coaches, he's helped putting the staff together. I'm sure Howie knows Al's agent, and we can link up. Would that be an acceptable hire for you, or do you want to hear more on my list?
Oh, I'm curious about the list. I'm also curious. Are we talking? Is there anybody you're keeping on the defensive staff?
Well, I'm keeping DK McDonald. DK McDonald was
as the secondaries coach.
DK McDonald was a
terrible performance.
Was a groomsman in my wedding. We lived together when I was a coach at IUP. DK is a terrific coach and a great man, and I want DK on my staff. I'm going to keep Tracy Rocker and Jeremiah Washburn because Howie kind of told me to. But we'll keep figuring out the rest of the staff. And
if I tell you have to replace DK McDonald, what would you say?
I would say loyalty is a great. I believe in loyalty, and that'd be a weird leg for you to stand on, DK McDonald.
We had Denard Wilson last year. Yeah. You had a chance to hire Denard as the defensive coordinator. We might not be having this conversation. The defensive backs took huge steps back. They looked like they didn't know what they were doing. If you want to stay, I think you need to make deeper changes than just a new defensive coordinator.
So, we'll hire the coordinator, and then we'll figure out the staff from there, because I do believe it's important that the coordinator gets coaches that believe in his philosophy
and who else is on your list?
his philosophy. So, if we want a more established coordinator, if we want someone who has coordinator experience and head coaching experience, and someone who understands the city of Philadelphia, because I love the city of Philadelphia, it's Leslie Frazier. Now, Leslie Frazier did not work out with Sean
I've
McDermott.
always liked Leslie.
Yeah, it did not work out with Sean McDermott at the end. I don't quite know why. I read a terrific piece by Tyler Dunn. Shout out to Western New York, all right? That's where I'm from. That's where my values are from. There were times when it'd be a snow day, and I would be excited that I was going to play Madden, and my dad said, go shovel the driveway and go shovel the neighbor's driveway because those are the values that we have in Western New York. Leslie Frazier is someone who comes to mind because he's been a coordinator. He's been out of work this past year. Maybe he becomes a head coach. He took a sabbatical, but if he wants to come back, he can have a lot of autonomy on the staff. He doesn't have he has experience. He's not working for a defensive-minded coach, although I believe I'm the head coach of the entire football team, not just the offense. But he's going to have all the autonomy.
We'll see about that.
And he worked under Jim Johnson. And Jim Johnson, the Philadelphia fans love him here. He mentions that in his press conference, and that's going to go over very well.
Okay, who else is on your list?
So Wink Martindale, someone who has given
Come on.
Wink Martindale's given us a lot of trouble. And you know what? I believe that we need to change some of our approach. We need to evolve as a defensive staff here. And I believe in not allowing big plays. And we need to have the coverage deep to prevent big plays. But I see the city loves blitzing. And I saw in recent weeks the effect that could have on a team. And Wink Martindale loves to send that blitz. And
Wink is a no.
Wink
Just
is
so
a
you
no.
know, yeah.
Okay, so I have other, Patrick Graham, for instance. He's
given us trouble in the past.
He could be out. He worked in New England. You have a great respect for New England. I know that.
That's right. I forgot. He did. Bill just did text me. So sorry. Hold on a sec.
By the way, he's an Ivy League.
Do you fish? By the way,
I'm straight football. I'm ball all day, every day.
I might go on a little fishing trip with Bill this weekend. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna be grinding tape this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna be watching for different ideas.
Okay, maybe go to a dictionary and type in the word blitz and see.
We all silly like the mayor.